So hello Scorpio, and welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racey, and I'm going to be doing the reading for you today. Please keep in mind it is a general message, so take it as it resonates. Energies are fluid, gender's fluid, roles can be reversed. I might be saying Scorpio, but speaking to you, the cross-watcher. You're cross-watching for Scorpio, so please keep it in mind. I do use profanity and talk about adult things, so if that is not your thing, or you have children around, or just, don't appreciate that kind of a discussion, respectfully, you are allowed to sign off now. Otherwise, I'm going to get started with Scorpio for July. So, Scorpio, I'm going to be using my Barberry Tarot to give you a 4-week breakdown, week by week, of what's going on in July. I'm going to clarify it with my Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and then I'm going to leave you with some guidance and advice from the Divine with how to best get through the month using my Lightworker Oracle and my Power of Love activation cards. Okay, I use that as my Remember deck. So, Scorpio, Scorpionic energy for July 2019. Scorpio energy for July 2019. What's going on, Scorpio? Eight of Swords in the reverse is a pre-shuffle come out. So, Scorpio, I think you're over mind games or mental prisons, feeling trapped in your mind all the time. Maybe you're giving too much of your mental energy to one particular place or person or circumstance, and you're kind of over it. All right, so that might be an overall theme energy for the month. So, let's see, one more shuffle. Star cards coming out again. A lot of synchronicities across the readings, guys. I suggest you watch, all your planetary placements, that are important to you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, whatever it is you watch. Yeah, Ten of Swords in the reverse, Five of Pentacles on the top. So someone knows. I feel like someone unhappily knows they have to move on in order to not sabotage themselves and be betrayed. Okay. Clarify week 1 for me, please. Clarify week number 2. Clarify week number 3. Scorpio. And clarify week 4. All right. Scorpio. July week 1. We get the King of Cups in the reverse, with the Seven of Cups in the reverse and the Star card. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I think that you might have a floodgate from somebody who's not necessarily in the best emotionally balanced or stable state, but they are coming through with this epiphany. They are not confused anymore. They are not confused anymore, Scorpio. That deep healing energy of yours worked a little magic, okay? I do stress a little magic. I don't feel like they're emotionally stable yet. I think their emotions are coming out. And I do think that they see how their demons get in the way. And I think they know that you know that. I think they know that you've been working on helping them not be so confused for a while. Because presenting with the star here, I mean, the star is a healer. It's someone who's in touch with the divine and helps to heal, even if they don't realize it. Their love heals. And so I feel like this King of Cups, who is normally emotionally reserved, is not being so reserved, and I don't think they're confused about it with the Seven of Cups in reverse. I think they are seeing clearly in all that. And the universe is asking you to be flexible. They're not asking you to break, to bend and break. They're asking you to be open to the idea that things might not go according to how you anticipated, and that you might be moving step by step forward blindly in the dark. Like, they're asking you to be flexible with how they're unfolding the healing process. Okay? Week 1, right? Week 1. So I think you just kind of have to take it in, Scorp. I think, just to be clear, moving forward, the advice I would give you coming out of week 1 is to just make sure you take that time to sit back and kind of soak in what you just received, right? As far as information from this person, as to how they feel, to their clarity, right? Just sit back and kind of re-listen to it in your mind. You know what I mean? Kind of go over the reel and replay it, and really know that you understand clearly where the energy was, how you felt as you were going through that conversation, what resonated, what didn't resonate, what needs to be addressed if you were to move forward. You know, be a little flexible with the universe. Give yourself time to kind of soak things in, and then move, right? Because either you're going to bend a little bit and be able to flow with it, flex with the universe, or you're going to let it push you too far in one direction or the other and break you. So don't just react, and don't necessarily like shut it off completely. Just kind of take it in for what it is, right? Take it in for what it is. Because week 2, we have the Devil in reversed with Justice and the Four of Cups reversed. I think this Devil energy being reversed on the way out, and Justice being in the upright, I think you taking the time, especially because we have TikTok in the reverse as the clarifier, okay? I think that this might be the moment that you were actually waiting for, okay? As far as justice goes. Because the way these cards are presenting and coming out, and the fact that it's not necessarily happening the way that you would have anticipated, and the universe is asking you to be flexible and not let it break you, I think this is the moment you've been waiting for as far as justice, but it's not necessarily the outcome or result that you anticipated as far as this justice. Okay? You might not be receiving or witnessing this justice the way you would have hoped for. You're not going to miss it, right? With the Four of Cups in reverse, you're not going to miss seeing how this plays out justice-wise. But you absolutely will in divine time. This is about alignment, right? This is about alignment and there not being any attachments to time. And in the reverse, it's understanding that you create your alignment and that time is up almost when you say it's up. This is surrendering to divine timing and divine order. And in the reverse, it's realizing that you are calling the shots this time. You're calling the shots this time. And justice is coming in to rectify this. Especially if there was an unwarranted missed opportunity or something like that. I'm also I'm hearing dodging a bullet. So listen, even though you are technically receiving your wish, right? There's been a lot of healing. You might be receiving your wish, and somebody might be expressing to you how clear they are and their emotions and yada yada. I think that you know that there's still more work to be done, right? And that you are calling shots, because come week 3, we got the 6 of Swords with the Queen of Wands reversed and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. And so I feel like come the 3rd week, you are moving forward, leading with the 6 of Swords. Because you know there's obstacles in the way that you have no control over, and therefore there is no stable new beginning taking place at this time. With the Queen of Wands, it's almost like she can't manifest her way out of these obstacles. Somebody else has to call that, right? There's something here. There's something here, something that's not aligned. You know, the devil is being released, an opportunity might not be being missed, but there's justice that needs to come in and be served. And so I feel like you're moving forward. You're moving forward anyway, because you feel like there's just certain obstacles that are beyond your way to manifest out of. And there's no potential solid start right now. And it's clarified by mending, which is all about healing the inner child. So there's inner child work behind it. So even though it might look as if something is coming in and being passed up, and, you know, there's this great release, and it seems like, you know, the wish and all this stuff, it just might not be quite aligned yet, because there's some more inner work to do with the mending card. All right. Anytime there's inner child work, it's about, you know, believing in miracles and knowing your worth and what you deserve and that you can achieve, and you know, what you believe is important, and what you go for, what you aim for, your goals is important. And, you know, it's not feeling like you're kind of stuck in whatever the energy is, right? That you deserve better, that you deserve to be happy and enjoy life and, you know, be creative and celebrate your life, right? There's more inner work that needs to be done in order for that energy to be achieved. So week 4, we got the World with the Temperance card in reverse and the High Priestess. We got 3 major arcana, like bang, at the end of the month. The cycle is completing. Even though with the Temperance being in reverse, balance is not quite restored yet. This cycle, right, where this inner child healing is taking place, this week is clarified by Breathe, which is about recentering the self. And I think that's exactly what you're doing. In order to close this cycle with the World, in order to close that cycle, you know, with the High Priestess, that there's a certain amount of alchemy within the self between you or your other partner, or your partner, or both. I feel like you know that there's a certain amount of inner work that still needs to be done. So despite the fact that things are presenting, I do feel like this is a time to really recenter into yourself. Know that you're calling shots in the universe as far as what you are willing to experience and what you're not willing to experience, because you're picking up on the energies, you're reading it correctly. You know that this healing effect is taking place, but you also know the healing effect is not a miracle cure and it didn't work overnight. Like, there's still more mending to be done, right, over the course of the month of July and moving forward. So just know that this cycle is completing. Things are going to come into balance between you and your other, and you know this. It's just a matter of doing the inner work. It's a matter of being able to stand in your power, to trust yourself, and have them feel the same way, or whatever the situation is that you're dealing with. Take it how it resonates with you. But this is about recentering and being flexible, right? It's not turning out the way you thought. It's not coming and unfolding the way you had envisioned it ideally, what you would say, what you would do. Like, it's not unfolding that way. And by the time you might go into it feeling like, I would never be this or that again, and then all of a sudden, you know, you're thinking that you might be, and then you're like, no, I can't, like, you might actually flip-flop around, you know. So take time, like I said, take time to kind of sit back and observe and take it in, let it soak in, let it absorb, really give yourself the time to feel it out, to really feel it out. Because if you want to move forward in a direction and something's causing you anxiety, like, no, there's got to be a better way, a better solution, and maybe the only one is, okay, well, maybe I just need to move forward in this path, and that's the only thing that's like, yeah, well, I don't feel any anxiety when I think about that. Then you do that, because that's the next step for now, even if the many steps that you don't see in the future take you somewhere completely different. You don't know what that path's going to take you. I do feel like you're moving step by step, kind of blindly, right? I do feel like you're taking it as it comes and having to feel your way through, right? Having to feel your way through, knowing that there's healing that needs to be done still, all right? Even though the truth is out, right? I feel like the truth is out, and that's out at the very beginning of the month. I think someone is spilling the beans on their truth. It's just all of that truth has to temper. It has to temper, and it hasn't yet, right? That has, and I think you know that in order for the cycle to complete, that has to balance itself out. All right. So, light worker, oracle, what guidance, what card above all other cards for Scorpio? Past life activation. Card number 35. I think what you're doing with this mending, with this inner child healing, with calling the shots, I think maybe in a past life with this person or this circumstance, whatever this is for you, I think whatever it is, this justice that's coming in around the mid-month, it's past life related. There's a reason why that, you know, you and whoever this is were born into certain programs, right? What we learned from our parents, what we learned from people around us in school growing up, what we learned in our young adult life about relationships, you know, everything that we learned set it up for this healing to take place because it was unhealed from past lives. This is the justice, this is the karmic scales coming in to heal, right? A soul wish to release toxicity and close that cycle and bring balance to it. Look at all these major arcana. This is major. This is major. You two go way back. You go way back. And there was injustices done between the two of you that were not rectified in past lives, and so things are healing now. So even though someone is very aware of the truth now and it's out, there's still a certain amount of healing that needs to be done surrounding it. And I feel like there's a certain amount of patience that you know you're going to need to have moving forward, just doing as you're guided, calling shots, being flexible with how this justice is being handed to whoever from the divine, you know, so that they can heal, too, and they can recenter themselves too, right? Past life. And you can see how this card, the image mirrors. It's symmetry. So I hope that helps, Scorpio. Let me get you a remember card. What does Scorpio need to remember above everything else to help them most effectively and efficiently get through July? Kindness. Don't forget to be kind. If you are presenting as the star energy and things are out of balance, you know, then, you know, don't forget to be kind. You know, it did come out in the reverse, so sometimes maybe being sharp or clear is necessary, but you're doing it from a loving place, right? Because any real friend would say the truth. Any real partner who really cared about someone's well-being and what they're manifesting from their energy would tell them the truth. And sometimes being kind is being real. Remember that you're a humanitarian made of love, and love is both light and dark. And you are able to share that energy with others with kindness in mind, with healing in mind, like the star. A divine wish to show a special, rare kind of kindness to a rare and special kind of soul in your connection. Just remember that. Kind. I wouldn't be mean, you know what I mean, to this person or this circumstance. I wouldn't lash out in that direction or get frustrated so much as I would just simply understand that it is what it is, and you just got to keep doing whatever it is you're guided to do, despite everything else that's coming up emotionally that might make you second guess or double, or, you know, think over something twice. Like, just trust your sensing and what you feel you need to do in your highest good. All right, in your highest good. With that said, Scorpio, I'm going to wrap this up. Always, you know, I always let people know, like, come back and watch the monthlies like halfway through the month and see, you know, where you are with things. Know that the cards do not tell you things that are beyond your control. So if you do not like the way, you know, the cards come out, you know, you are within a certain amount of power in how you can get through it, right, when you create change, because this is all about most likely, most possible projected path based on where the energies are and what's manifesting already. You do have a lot of major arcana, I'm not going to lie, but it's up to you how you choose to feel through it. You can choose to be upset, discouraged, angry, resentful, or whatever, or you can choose to trust, you can choose to just surrender, you can choose to put yourself at peace, and, you know what I mean, and detach. Like, you have a choice on how you handle things. Remember that. Okay? Until next time, guys, Scorpios, if you need me, you can always reach out to me here on Facebook or via my email. And I will see you next time. Love each other and yourselves, guys. Bye.